All right, I do want to talk about polling. I know that there are people in the audience who are like, David, enough with the polling. I do think we're in the final 5 weeks, okay? This will all be over soon. We're not going to talk about polling for a very long time, I promise you. But this is critical. This is an inflection point. Everything really comes down to this. And I do think it makes sense to just keep you abreast of what is going on polling wise. So first and foremost, we have our first national poll in which Kamala Harris is leading by 7. Now, there are many scenarios in which Kamala Harris wins the national popular vote by 2, but loses electorally. I don't think that if Kamala Harris wins the popular vote by 7, there is any realistic path to victory for Trump. I also don't think that one poll saying she's leading by 7 means she's actually going to win by 7. But we have a new Reuters Ipsos poll, a very good poll, finding Harris at 46.6 and Trump at 40.4, so 6.2. And then that rounds to 47.40, a 7-point gap, bigger than the previous 5-point gap. But what about the swing states, which is what it will all come down to? I will update you there. Nationally, on average, it is Harris plus 2.1. In Arizona, Trump building a lead. There is no doubt Trump's lead is growing in Arizona, where he is now leading. That would be a reversal from 2020. In Nevada, Kamala Harris still holding a less than 0.5 percentage point lead. In Wisconsin, Kamala Harris sitting right at a 1-point lead. In Michigan, Kamala Harris at 1.8 points ahead of Trump. Pennsylvania, could all come down to Pennsylvania. Kamala Harris leading, but by 0.5 point. North Carolina, Trump holding on, but barely leading by 0.7 point. And finally, Trump building a lead in Georgia, now leading by 2.1. So maybe we can just bottom line it the following way. Here is a map of the 2020 election results with the 2024 electoral vote assignments. Understand that the electoral vote distribution has shifted slightly since 2020. So this is the states that each candidate won in 2020, but the number of electoral votes it would entitle them to today. Right now, Trump is winning Georgia and Trump is winning Arizona. If I flip both of those states to Trump, Kamala Harris still wins, but with only 276 electoral votes. At this point, if we get to this situation, anything but Nevada clinches it for Trump. You see that if Trump were to take Nevada in addition to Arizona and Georgia, Kamala Harris still gets the 270 she needs. But if Trump gets Pennsylvania in this scenario, he wins. If he gets Michigan, he wins. If he gets Wisconsin, he wins. And that's really the only path that would be remaining for Donald Trump. So what does this all mean? It still means the most likely outcome is Harris wins the popular vote, but a super close race when it comes to the Electoral College. And I want to address one other thing. I'm hearing from some people saying, David, you're not optimistic enough about this. You're acting like it's really close, but Trump's got no shot. I want to be crystal clear with the audience. Based on the swing state polling, this election will be closer than 2016 and 2020. I'm just the messenger, okay? All of these comments about David's calculating what he says in order to encourage people to believe X instead of Y so that they take action Z instead of T. No. Right now, if we consider the swing state polling, and apply that to the electoral map, this would be the closest of the last 3 presidential elections. Actually, it'd be closer than 2012. This would end up being the closest election in a very long time. Let me put it that way. So anybody saying, David, you're overreacting, Kamala's fine, that's the most likely outcome. According to the swing state polling, Trump is going to come closer than he came in 2020 to the presidency based on everything we are seeing right now. Let's take a break. What a show we have for you today. With elections right around the corner and MAGA willing to do anything to secure his win, I can't recommend enough using Ground News to stay up to date on debates and other issues that right-wing outlets will try to skew or ignore. Our longtime sponsor, Ground News, adds clarity to every news story by putting together a multitude of sources in one place, and you can compare coverage and decide for yourself. Like this story, the DNC is suing the Georgia Election Board over Republican-supported rules that allow local election boards to question and withhold election certification, potentially causing chaos after Election Day. The summary of this story on Ground News is based on every article Ground News found reporting on it, and with a simple scroll, you can see how different outlets across the political spectrum are framing the story. Voter suppression is real, and in this case, the perpetrators are elected officials who can be voted out, but only if the public understands the story from every angle, and that's where Ground News comes in. Go to ground.news/Pacman or scan my QR code for 40% off the Vantage plan that I use for unlimited access to all their features. The link is in the description.